Thing going. You guys are, looks like y'all are muted. Awesome. And I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to make it bigger. So y'all tell me if you can still, can somebody give me a thumbs up? Can y'all see? Okay, great. And then of course, our speakers, you guys can feel free to unmute, but I'm going to start us off. I'm Rebecca Colby, and I'm happy that you guys are here tonight. Like I was saying, it's National Nutrition Month, so this is a favorite topic of ours to share because I think it's an important one, and people think about this, and sometimes they don't always know where to start with good nutrition, or if you're like me during the pandemic, maybe you kind of got off of your maybe healthier habits, and that kind of happened in this last year for a lot of people, and I found my way back, and we'll share some ways and strategies that some of us have been able to do that tonight. But we're just happy that you guys are all here. And a lot of what we're going to focus on tonight, we're going to talk about, real quick, like I said, the diet piece and, the nutrition piece as far as food goes. But we're also going to talk about some things with Shaklee, which is the leading natural nutrition company in the United States, and some supplements that can kind of help to piece together maybe some gaps in your nutrition. And I like this slide because this is one of the mottos and the thoughts behind Shaklee products is, some of our foundational things can help you to feel this good in a month, and kind of maybe turning some of those habits around. But we're going to kind of cover it all in a really quick manner. So, for optimal health, as I'm sure that you know this, good nutrition is key, but it's just so hard to do that in this fast food, fast-paced world that we live in right now, and especially with the pandemic. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when this all started, all of a sudden I felt like I needed to make bread and eat it. And I mean, a lot of habits just started to really kind of creep in that weren't there before. I don't know if it was the comfort food thing, and more sugar ended up in my home that I tend to like having, I have small children. So, having that good nutrition is really key, because I started to maybe not feel as good. I don't know if you can relate to that. And, maybe more lethargy, pounds started to come on over time. It didn't happen overnight, as it never does, right? And, I really had to start to really reverse some of those habits. So good nutrition really is key for our energy levels and our optimal health, really, in a lot of ways. So, here's some just kind of facts. Less than 1 in 10 Americans get the daily recommended allowance or value for vitamins and minerals in their diet. It's just really hard to do that. We have a lot of, processed foods out there, GMOs, produce picked before it's ripe. At least 1 in 4 Americans eat some sort of fast food every single day. If you're a working person, especially, it's easy to go for that. 20% of all American meals are eaten in the car, and there's been up to a 38% decline in the nutrient content of crops, like I was saying before. So I thought this was kind of a fun little fact, that 52% of Americans believe that doing their taxes, and we're in that season now, is easier than eating healthy. I don't know if you feel that way. I like this slide. I wanted to include it. And this might be, if you're already doing this, like, hey, that's awesome. That's what my plates usually look like. Or, oh my gosh, that looks amazing, but I don't even know where to start. And we're going to kind of talk through a little bit of that tonight and how to kind of, again, fill in the gaps. But this just gives you kind of a nice picture of a really healthy meal. And if you are friends with me on Facebook or Shaklee Corporation, they just posted in their Instagram stories, Facebook stories, about macronutrients, micronutrients, phytonutrients, which is basically what you're getting here. Those macronutrients are your healthy carbs, your healthy protein, and you do want some healthy fat, right? Fat-free is not really the best way to go. And then the micros, you're having, essential vitamins and minerals that are in those nutrient-dense foods or in good supplements. And then the phytonutrients is our plants. And basically 80% of Americans really don't get what we need in that plant category. And that's just so important for optimal health. So again, making these choices can be hard. Filling in the gaps is what we're going to kind of share a little bit on with tonight. And again, I said that we're going to talk a little bit about Shaklee. If you're not familiar, this is kind of a basic timeline. We don't even have all the last couple of years on this timeline, but Shaklee, Dr. Shaklee was the scientist that developed the very first multiple vitamin in the US in 1915. He made the first protein powder in 1960, right around that time. He made the first biodegradable cleaning product. Shaklee science and innovation was way ahead of its time. And for me, that's where it really started my parents found Shaklee before I was born. My husband, like some of you on this call, is a pharmacist. He's a professor in the School of Pharmacy at Ole Miss. He specializes in his research in dietary supplements and pharmaceuticals from natural products. So it was really David that started to look into the science. And Chris is going to share a little bit more about that. I'm going to pass it over to Chris, who is one of our co-presenters tonight, and a lot of you know her. So she's fantastic. She's got a lot of good stuff to say.
Well, hey there, and welcome again. Just so glad y'all joined us tonight. And as you know, I'm Chris Coben, and I think you all know I'm a retired pharmacist. And I've been using Shaklee products since 2015. I retired in 13. And in 2015, I just decided I was going to start using Shaklee, even though I'd heard about them and knew about them since back in the 70s. And I had used some of their products off and on through the years, but really in 2015, I decided this is it. And a lot of it had to do with some of the studies I'm going to talk about. One of them is the Landmark study. And as you can see here, the results from the Landmark study are up here that show you how it has improved people's heart health and their brain health and the biological stress. And when I saw this Landmark study, I showed it to my son. He's a data scientist, and he looked at the study and he was really impressed with the design and that there were like 95% confidence intervals. So he said, you know, it was really a good study and this was really real stuff, which really made me feel a lot better too. And he's been taking Shaklee too ever since he read over the study. And so you can also see that it's not only good for you like cholesterol and triglyceride levels and all, but they also found that Shaklee users tended to have less high blood pressure, less diabetes, and better blood nutrient levels. And what they did was they compared people who took Shaklee to people who took some other brand of supplements, and then people who took nothing at all. So I think this is really an impressive study. And it was an independent study. It was done by Dr. Gladys Block at the University of California at Berkeley. And then the next study is the telomere study. And the telomere study had to do with looking at Vivix, which is one of our anti-aging products. And they compared those who took Vivix with those who did not take Vivix. And what they found was it was projected that people who were 80 years old and using Shaklee were projected to have a telomere length that was about the length of a 41-year-old. And I always love to tell a story about this good friend of ours, Joyce Hoffman, who's been with Shaklee for 50 years. And she's 86 now. She lives in a retirement community, and she still does a Shaklee business Zoom meeting every Monday. And I'm just like blown away that she is still going strong at her age. And then another thing that's really great is this Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, who did the telomere study, was a 2009 Nobel Prize winner in medicine. So that to me is that says a lot about the company, about the products and the studies, and that they're, you know, something you can really believe in. And so because you know, we're different, you know, and we need different vitamins at different points in our life. We have 3 different what we call Vitalizer, which is a strip of vitamins. We have one for men, one for women, and then one for people that are 50 years old and older. And all of this, you know, idea of what to put into the Vitalizer strip came out of the Landmark study and 12 other clinical studies that they looked at to try and figure out, well, what does somebody really need? And then the other beautiful part about, if you see down here in the right corner about SMART, the Shaklee Micronutrient Advanced Release Technology. And what that says is these tablets that are in this strip are going to break down in your gut in the right place. You know, if it needs to be, you know, absorbed in the stomach for better bioavailability, that's where it breaks down, or it's the small intestine or the upper intestine or the lower GI tract. So that's another great thing as a pharmacist. You know, that's just something that we studied in pharmacy school. It doesn't do you much good to take a tablet if it's not going to break down and be absorbed in the right place in the digestive system. And the strips, in case you're wondering what's in here, you actually have Vital E, which is the Shaklee's multivitamin, and you've got tablets that have carotenoids, vitamin E, and omega-3s, and then extra B and C complex, and then this little round white thing here is a probiotic that breaks down, of course, in the lower GI tract, because that's your bacteria. It doesn't do much good to break down in the acid of the stomach, because the bacteria will not make it to the GI tract. And I'll just mention too that they have found that probiotics and the lower GI tract is really the source of 70% of our immune system. So in this whole thing here, you've got everything that covers joint comfort, energy, healthy skin, healthy digestion, brain and heart, healthy vision, immune support, and strong bones. And so you're really covering everything. And of course, so many times you see studies where they'll look to see, well, does this vitamin do anything, or does these omegas do anything? But they're just looking at one single thing, and you can't really judge supplements on just taking one thing and seeing whether anything helps, because all of this works together in the body, and just taking one thing at a time probably is not really going to get you too much. So this next slide is about our protein shakes called Life Shake. They come in plant or soy, and you can see lots of great stuff here. 20 grams of protein, no added sugar, of course, cholesterol free. It has fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It's non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, and it is a source of omega-3s. And you take these and you can mix them in with the liquid of your choice, water, milk, any of the milks that you want. And then we also sometimes use them and mix them in with oatmeal or other things to make protein balls. And so it doesn't necessarily always have to be a shake. Now the plant and the soy come in chocolate and vanilla, but for soy, it's been around a lot longer. Dr. Shaklee actually developed the first soy protein powder back eons ago. And those also come in cafe latte and strawberry. And every once in a while we get a seasonal flavor too that's just fun, So here's just a quick demonstration of, showing you a comparison between, say, taking a Starbucks classic coffee cake and almond milk latte, 16-ounce grande, and compare that to a 10-ounce Shaklee Life Shake. And you can see my eyes, go to, well, calories, well, protein, and then really down there to the price per serving. And I'm not even sure that this is really accurate anymore, because I don't know that $6.90 still for the Starbucks or not. But to think that you can get a meal for $2.58 with Shaklee, and that might be a little bit low now too, but it's still a great deal, and it's so easy. You can just use it, shake it up in a shaker bottle or a blender. And, like if you're working and you want a quick breakfast or lunch, and then you still have time to go and exercise and get a little walk in too. And I think so, yeah. So this is another product that was, it's such a signature product from Shaklee. It's our anti-aging supplement. And this was part of the telomere study when they checked to, that was another study that was done along about the same time as the landmark study. And what it does is it helps to keep your telomeres from shortening. So, and it's made from muscadine grapes. It's all, phytonutrients, and comes in a liquid or a gel cap. And this was part of that, helping to keep your telomeres from shortening, which is kind of the way that they feel like now is part of the aging process, when your telomeres start breaking off and your cells can't, your cells can't divide and make more cells like they should. And then this last little slide I'm going to talk about is the Organic Greens Booster. And this is a powdered whole food mixture of kale, spinach, and broccoli. And you can just do one little scoop. Now it looks like a big container, but it's really not that big. It's, you know, about yay big. And the scoops are little tiny scoops. So you can get 30 scoops, 30 servings out of this. It's so easy to add it to your soups, your stews, your meals, your smoothies, and then you know that you're just getting that extra boost of great phytonutrients in the green vegetables that are in here, and you don't have to worry about cleaning and chopping. You just throw it in. It's a nice little powder. So.
Yeah, I love this one. This is an easy one to sneak in for picky eaters, which I have a couple of those in my life. So yeah, thank you, Chris, for all of that awesome information. I'm going to pass it over to Jessica. She's going to share on the next few slides, and Jessica and I are friends from college, and she's got a lot of great things to share with you guys as well.
All right, thanks, Rebecca. Great to be here. And I'm going to start with the Meology, which is our new personalized nutrition program, and it's based on a lot of science. And it's so easy. You just start with a 5-minute free online nutrition assessment that gives you suggestions for your supplements. And it's based on your health needs and your goals. And what I like is if perhaps maybe your goal has changed from, you know, maybe you aren't worried about stress as much anymore, or you want to highlight a different health goal, that you can go back and take the assessment again and see what you come up with. But it's really nice because it just takes the extra thinking out of you, like trying to decide what you need, and it just gives you a little bit more of a personalized vitamin for you. And then I know, so it's a little different from the one that Chris touched on earlier, and it's our newest one that's out there. So if you'd like to do that, feel free to reach out and we can get you the link. It's really easy to get started. So here is a great place to start. The Prove It Challenge is a great place with foundational health. So there's 2 different choices here. You can choose between the pack that has the Meology nutrition, or you can choose the pack that has the Vitalizer vitamins in it that Chris just recently had talked about. And so it comes with some great specials. There's a free membership with discounts and perks, and as well as a free day cleanse kit. Both of those come with. So for the pack on the left, you are getting the 2 canisters of the Life Shake, the 7-day cleanse, plus your Meology vitamins. And the Prove It Challenge on the right is the exact same thing, except the vitamins are just the Vitalizer vitamins instead. So these products are really great if you're trying to kickstart weight loss, or you're just looking for some foundational health to start. Sorry, I'm excited about this one. So it's just I can't stress enough. It's really a great place to start if you're looking to start your foundation for your health. Now I'm ready. So you have been hearing a lot about the Shaklee products, but here are some really wonderful things about our company. So they pioneered the supplement industry with the invention of the multivitamin, which I thought was amazing when I heard that. And then also the first company to fully offset their emissions, so they're not leaving any sort of footprint on the earth, and that they planted more than 1 million trees. They also have a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize and helping our environment. So this company just is very mindful about their customers, their products, and the environment. So here are some of the different product categories. And Shaklee pretty much has something for everybody here. We've been focusing on healthy nutrition products, but there's also healthy weight, healthy beauty products with the youth skincare line. And then we also have an amazing healthy home products and cleaners. And we even have an exciting business opportunity if you are interested in that as well.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica. I'm going to wrap things up with the last few slides, and like I said, we'll save some time for questions. But for those of you who are not familiar, and I know we're talking a lot about ways that we can fill in the gaps tonight. Basically, again, because it is very difficult for many people, I would say pretty much all Americans, to really have nutrient-dense food all the time and getting what we need. So filling in the gaps is important. And if you're not familiar with the Shaklee difference, we've kind of touched on pieces of this tonight. but I know there's some pharmacists and scientists here today, so you might enjoy the kind of nitty-gritty things that we share here with the safety. You know, we screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, impurities on every single botanical ingredient. This is way more than the United States Pharmacopoeia requires, and this is one of the pieces that my husband was really impressed by. We conduct over 100,000 quality tests per year, which again is far beyond what's required. We've never had any kind of questionable result, anything like that with the quality testing that we've done in so many years. And Shaklee's standards go beyond organic. We've also have these pieces that I love to share on where we're proven by science with the 100+ patents and patents pending, 100+ clinical studies. Most are in top peer-reviewed science journals, proven by people. Of course, the customers, the average amount of time that somebody's been using Shaklee is 17 years is the last number I've heard. And Shaklee products have been chosen by NASA on every mission since 1993. And also there are several Olympians that use and trust Shaklee and have earned many, many of these gold, silver, and bronze medals at the Olympic Games, which is pretty cool. Now, Chris talked about the organic booster, and I wanted to share a special that Shaklee has going this month in March for National Nutrition Month. If you are not a member or a distributor in Shaklee, you can take advantage of this, or if you are, you can refer a friend to this, and we have some thank you things for you as well for referring, but we have this free organic canister. I should have grabbed it to have it in front of me. It's the Greens Booster on your first order of $200 or more, and you will get a free customer membership in Shaklee. And what that is, it's kind of like joining Sam's Club or Costco, where you always get at least 15% off the retail price, always. There's no annual fees, no monthly requirements, no catch, just discounts and perks like Jessica was saying. And that's free for any $150 order, you get a free membership. But if you increase that to $200, you'll get this free gift as well. And that goes through this month. We also have a really fun challenge. We've been doing these reset your routine or reset your year challenges for 2021 on Facebook. So you'd have to be on Facebook, but we could probably work it out if you're not to participate in some fashion. But starting next week, and you're not too late to join us, we have an Eat the Rainbow challenge for Nutrition Month. And we're going to be going through the different colors of the rainbow, focusing on different nutrient-dense foods of these colors each day, including some of the supplements. We're asking people to have some of the Life Shake that Chris talked about and the Greens Booster on hand to participate, because we have some really great prizes that come from the corporation that you can participate in as well to possibly win. So lots and lots of fun, and we've been just having a lot of fun with those challenges. I wanted to mention one more thing that we have. I don't have a slide for it, but if you are here tonight or listening to the recording through tomorrow, which is Friday the 5th, we have an extra little special for you guys. Anybody that wants to join our Facebook challenge, or not, just doing it on your own, and purchases at least a canister of the Life Shake and the Greens Booster by tomorrow, by Friday the 5th, we're going to give you one of those extra nutrients that can help with immune boosting, and that is zinc. And that is one that is just a really great one that's been in the news as helping to keep people's immune system strong right now, which is very important. Shaklee's got a lot of things for immune boosting, so you can take advantage of that through us. So please reach out before you order, and we can help you and help get you set up with that. And if you take advantage of the Prove It Challenge that Jessica talked about, you'll also get a free customer membership, and you will also get the free 7-day healthy cleanse kit, which is a great way. Personally, this is what I did to get myself off the bread making and all of the sugar that I was intaking during the pandemic. It really helped to reverse things, helps with sleep, energy, weight loss if you're looking for that, or maintenance, mood, so much things with foundational health, and also the cravings and just getting you back on track with nutrient-dense food and craving salad instead of sugar and breads. So those are some of the specials we have for you guys tonight. We really just appreciate you being here. I'm going to stop the recording and save some time for questions. So let me stop my share. I was worried for a second that I wasn't recording.